It was 3:07 when the phone cut through the silence. State Police, ICU. My father, broken on the side of a highway. His voice was faint, breath stitched with pain. "Son, I saw your wife and her boyfriend digging in the woods." My chest locked. He gasped. "Your daughter's been missing 2 days. They saw my car, ran me off the road." Then static, a flat line. I stared at the wall in the dark. No panic, just the familiar click in my head, the old switch. Delta Force training buried deep, surfacing. They thought they were predators. They forgot who I was. Before the rut, I met her 10 years ago in a bar painted gold by the sunset. She laughed like someone who had never been touched by shadows. I thought I was the lucky one, thought I'd found peace. We built a life, house, child, weekends at the lake. I came back from deployments and believed her smile was home, believed her touch was truth. Funny how memory turns sour when you see the ending. First cracks. It began with her phone, the way she angled it away. The late-night showers. Perfume that lingered even when she swore she'd been home all day. Then the lies grew clumsy. Grocery runs that lasted hours. My daughter whispering that Mommy has a friend Daddy doesn't know. I kept my silence, studied her. Patterns, routes, timestamps. My hands stayed steady even when my heart didn't. Then came the night I found a shovel in her trunk. Mud caked on the tires. And her excuse, thin, trembling, told me everything. The shift. I didn't confront her, not yet. Rage doesn't win wars, strategy does. I mapped their world, his name, his job, his debts. I learned where they met, how often, what they whispered when they thought no one listened. I drained accounts into shells she couldn't trace. Staged paper trails, moved assets under her name, knowing she wouldn't notice the hooks buried inside. And I waited. Patience, the sharpest weapon I had. My father's blood. When they touched my daughter, patience ended. She was 12, my light, my reason. Gone for 2 days before anyone told me. My wife never reported it. Her boyfriend never looked. My father, bleeding in a ditch, had seen enough. They'd buried something in the woods. My girl, maybe alive, maybe not. That was the moment they crossed the line from betrayal into war. The hunt. I drove to the woods. The night smelled of rain and soil. Flashlight, silence. A disturbed patch of earth, shallow, sloppy. And then her backpack. Small, pink, stained. But no body. Relief came like fire. She was alive, somewhere. I followed tire tracks back to an abandoned mill on county land. And inside, tied to a chair, was my daughter. Bruised, but breathing. I cut her loose, pressed her face against my chest. She whispered one word, Mom. I didn't flinch, just carried her out. Drove her straight to safety. Then returned to finish what was mine. Setting the trap. I knew they'd come back to the woods to finish their work. Greedy mistakes are predictable, so I left clues. A half-dug hole, a dropped glove, enough to lure them deeper. I waited in the tree line, gun cleaned, mind calm. Their headlights cut through the trees. They stepped out, laughing, careless, lovers drunk on secrets. When they saw me, the laughter died. Confrontation. She froze first. Him, too arrogant, tried to speak. "This isn't what you think." I stepped closer, slow, deliberate. "You buried her backpack." His mouth opened, closed. No words. I tossed the shovel at their feet. "Dig! Show me what else you left here." Their hands shook as they clawed at the dirt. No body, just emptiness. Panic spread across her face as she realized the hole was a mirror of their own deceit, nothing but darkness staring back. I leaned in, voice low. My father's in the ICU because of you. My daughter still breathes in spite of you. You thought you could erase me, but I don't vanish. He lunged. I broke his wrist before he touched me. Years of training guided the rest. Silence, bone, breath gone. He fell, gasping in the mud. She screamed, tried to run. I grabbed her by the hair, forced her to look at him, choking on his last air. That's the man you chose. Her sobs didn't move me, not anymore. The end game. I didn't kill her. Death is mercy. Instead, I called the police, reported everything. The bank trails under her name, the texts, the recordings, her prints on the shovel. By the time the sirens cut through the trees, she was already broken. When they cuffed her, she begged me to say something, anything. I only looked at her once, cold, final. You forgot why they called me. Release. Now I sit here, in the quiet, my daughter asleep in the next room, my father breathing steady in a hospital bed. Justice isn't always about blood. Sometimes it's about precision, stripping them of everything they thought untouchable.